Hi everyone, I'm Luke Hopper, broadcasting live from Point Blank Music School in East London. Welcome to this EMC session in the Academy of Electronic Music, brought to you by Google, Armada Music, DJ Mag and Point Blank. So week 3 is flying by in this exclusive Hangout series at the Academy. And today we have another very special guest, trance legend Mike Koglin, who will be giving his first impression feedback on the 7 winners' tracks. So, Grammy-nominated Mike Koglin is supported by the likes of Armin van Buuren, Tiesto, Above and Beyond and Paul van Dyk. With releases on Anjuna Beats, Ministry of Sound, Positiva, Ultra and his own noise music, Mike is one of the biggest producers out there. Mike also teaches Point Blank's online trance course, which you can find out more about at www.pointblankonline.net/trance-logic-pro.php. So yeah, you should be able to check out the course right now. The course is taken entirely online from wherever you are in the world. So if you want to specialise with a true legend of the scene, sign up now. Also, make sure you do remember that all Academy viewers are entitled to a 10% discount. All you've got to do is enter the code when you book. It's AEM002. So let's get into it without further ado. Here's your host, Ski. How are you doing, Ski?
Yeah, hi, thanks, Luke. I'm course developer and tutor at Point Blank, and I'm putting the 7 winners and you through your paces on the electronic music composition course via this series of exclusive Hangouts. As Luke was saying, today we have the very brilliant Mike Koglin to show you what DVR is like. DVR means direct video response, and the type of feedback Mike is giving the winners today is part of the EMC course they're taking. More on that later. So, Mike, are you with us?
Finally, I am. How are you doing? Sorry for the technical troubles early on.
Oh, that's fine. It's great. How are you doing? Are you okay?
Really good, really good. Greetings from Berlin.
Ah, nice to see you. Well, it's fantastic that you could come along and give your kind of first impressions on the winners' tracks. I sent them to you a few days ago, so you've had a chance to listen through to them.
Yeah, I listened to all the 7 tracks, and I want to say congratulations, first of all, to all the winners of this competition. I think all the tracks are really strong, really good quality, produced.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Well, I know that all the winners have been really excited, for this session and to have your kind of appraisal of their tracks. So I think we should get straight into it and start playing the tracks. So let me just bring up live here. Okay, so the first one we got is Aaron's track. And for each track, I'm going to play about a minute of it, and then I'll stop, and then we'll go back to you. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Here's Aaron's track. I'll play from a little bit, maybe sort of 30 minutes in, 30 seconds in. Cool, so there we go. Hopefully everyone's watching is actually familiar with these tracks anyway, but there we go. I'll hand over to you, Mike.
Yeah, I really like this one. I think the riff, the main riff is really catchy. It's a great hook. I think, at first listen, my first impression was like this track would be really suitable for a vocal. Especially the sort of opening chords. I can really hear like could be a male vocal or a female. So I wondered if you could maybe sort of pitch this backing track to let's say one female and a male singer and see what they come up with. Doesn't maybe even have to be a whole vocal with verse, bridge, chorus, but something, some kind of vocal, I think would be nice on this one. I think otherwise sonically it's really well mixed, EQ'd well, and I mean arrangement-wise it's sort of in between like a radio edit and then a full extended version, isn't it? At the moment, so I think you could for the club mix you could extend it a bit, especially for, like the intro, for example. At the moment is 24 bars, so I'd make that 32. You know, the standard sort of 32 bar intro is kind of sort of the unspoken rule in dance tracks. Just to DJ enough time to mix the track in, and then for a radio edit you can just shorten it down, obviously, make it 3.5.
Mike, when you mentioned vocals, are you thinking of like a full kind of like verse chorus type vocal, or more like kind of like snippets of vocals to sort of blend in with the melody?
Yeah, definitely. Even just a little snippet of a vocal, maybe something chopped up, or with like lots of effects, big reverb, sort of sidechain reverb on it, maybe. But I can actually sort of hear like a verse on that sort of chord progression in the intro, and then it comes back later on.
Cool. I'll hand over to Aaron. How what do you think about Mike's comments?
Awesome. I've been thinking about using vocals, but I don't know how I can do it, and I kind of have an idea of some female vocals. So let's see if I can work it out. But awesome. Thank you so much. I've been waiting for your response since last night.
Well, I'm sure it happens actually a lot. There sort of tracks get released as an instrumental initially, and then only like a couple of months later, you get like the vocal version.
Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, well let's move on to the next track. This is the Doriani track.
Thank you.
Same thing. I'm going to play from about 30 seconds in. Here we go.
Ever since I've been alone, I'm in such pain. I'm longing for you, I'm longing for rain, like the desert do. I can see the rain whispers through my veins, but I'm still so dry, my soul is the same, whispers in your hand, and my heart is dry, still dry, 'cause I am a desert. I am a desert without you. I am a desert. I am a desert without you.
Okay, I hate cutting them short. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, that is fantastic. That track, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you got yourself a hit there. No, honestly, I think it's a really good sort of example of a crossover dance track. I think the vocal is really strong. The riff is really strong. So those are the two sort of ingredients really that you need for a big tune. And I saw on your profile you've obviously sort of had a few releases out already, and it totally shows in this track. It's just top class.
Fantastic. Yes.
Thank you.
Over to you, Adrian.
Thank you.
I really like how you sort of process the vocal. It's sort of like almost dry, isn't it?
Yeah.
So instead of using big reverbs, you're working with delays here and there, and I think that gives it that professional sound. So who's this? She's really good.
Did you hear that, Adrian? Yeah, Mike just said, who's the singer?
Nicolette, she's from Moldova.
Okay, is she someone that you work with quite regularly?
This is the first song that we actually worked together.
Okay.
But there are more to come.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
And did she write the vocal herself, or did you write it and then give it to her?
We do the recordings in our studio. The lyrics are actually mine, and the melody also is mine. So
Fantastic.
we work together in our studio.
Great.
So what I've got is like it's a radio edit at 3 minutes 20. Is there like an extended mix?
Yes, there is one.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. And then once you have a vocal like that, you can get probably somebody else to do a remix and sort of take it into maybe more trancey direction or electro, you know.
Yeah, thank you for the advice.
Hey, well, maybe we could get a remix by one of the guys, one of the other winners.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be wicked.
Let's get it going.
I would really love to do a remix with Raphael if he wants.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, there we go. Yoris just offered a remix.
Thank you.
Hey, we're making things happen here. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Mike and Adrian. Let's move on to the next track now. So this is the Piccolo track. Quite a kind of different vibe on this. So it's difficult. This is like an 8-minute track, so it's hard to know exactly where to play from. Let's go from kind of before the breakdown section. Here we go.
Is there reality somewhere? Where I can't see it. Is this just a dream? Tell me. Is there reality somewhere? Where I can't see it. Is this just a dream? Tell me. Please, I just want to go back.
Just going to quickly flick to the beat. It's great. It's a personal favourite of mine. I love the
too. I love
moodiness
that
of this
one.
track.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Which was really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. I love the sort of the kind of the two notes, the kind of interval there with that riff. It's wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's got a really cool vibe, and like you said, Ski, it's got those really clever interlinked kind of riffs going on. It's really builds a really nice atmosphere, and I have to say, I actually really like the video too to this one. I saw it on YouTube. It's fantastic. Like these imagery that goes really well with the track. They're sort of flying around and stuff. Yeah, no, I think this is a really cool track. So it reminds me of sort of like progressive tracks, how progressive was in the original meaning before it became what it is. So it's a really cool vibe. I think I can think of a lot of DJs who would play this track actually. I think you're looking at the wave. I've got it here in Ableton. I think you can go a couple of dBs louder on the mastering.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know if it's actually mastered yet at all. But
No,
I think
no.
you can. You can just go a bit louder by like 2 or 3 dBs, and then it's going to be great.
I was thinking, I listened to it, and I thought the kick drum could maybe just do with a little bit more weight to it. I just thought it was slightly toppy. I don't know, maybe it's just a kind of an EQ thing, just to kind of give it a little bit more punch. But that's just a very sort of a small thing, really. But
That's what I thought as well. So I think I'm gonna do it.
yeah,
Swap the kick or something, make it more punchy, you know.
it's great. But I really kind of love the detail in your production, you know. And there's always kind of a lot of space in there. It's really nice. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks, Mike, for the feedback as well. Really appreciate it.
Good to hear.
Fantastic. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this is Ramon's track. Here we go. Let's play up to the breakdown.
Okay.
Cool. I'd so love to play more. We just haven't got the time. It's such a shame.
Yeah, love this track. Really good production. That bass line is killer. I think it's really good. Really good.
Thanks.
I made a couple of notes here. Like I said, the bass line is really good, and the pads in the drop are really nice. The piano line that comes in there we didn't get to hear anymore just now is really good too. And so clever use of effects like the bit crusher. I think you've used on the percussion, right? Is that actually the finished arrangement? Or because it's 5:30, I know tracks are getting sort of shorter by the day, but I think you can probably extend it by like another half a minute or minute, because you know there's sort of a few different riff ideas that you have, and some of them only sort of happens like once in the track. And for example, that sort of 16th riff that you have before the drop would be nice if you get to hear that again, like after the drop. You know what I mean? So maybe you can sort of fit that in again, like a bit later on. The drop itself, you know, there's this sort of after the pads, you have this sort of kind of bit strange sort of bit. I wonder if you could maybe try the riff. There's one riff that comes in at 4:30 or so, quite late in the track. I wonder if you might want to sort of introduce that earlier, let's say during the drop. You know what I mean? This sort of melody sounds like it could be coming from Massive or Silent.
Yeah, Massive.
Okay, yeah.
Plugins revealed.
One of my favorites too. So yeah, no, I think really strong track. Maybe just taking a look at the arrangement, how it should be arranged in the final version.
So
Okay.
fantastic,
Cool, yeah, great advice.
detailed advice there, Ramon.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mike. I love to hear feedbacks about my track, and especially from people like you. Thanks.
Great track though.
Cool. Fantastic. Okay, let's crack on. We've got 3 more to go. So this is Ryan's track. And I believe that you guys know each other, don't you? So let's have a listen to the track. Here we go. difficult playing like just certain sections because there's so much. There's a whole story about this track. So I'll just kind of quickly flick through it. There's this beautiful breakdown here. And then we get into sort of arpeggiated section here. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Over to you, Mike.
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too. Sorry about the background noise. I think my next door neighbour started to decide a hammering or something like that.
Sample it.
Sample it.
Well, sorry, Matt. What were you saying?
Yeah, no, like Ski said, we obviously know each other since you had a track out on my label, Noise Music, last year, and it's really, really great to hear how your sound has progressed since then. I think this one is really strong. It's like a proper, like, I'm definitely not afraid of 138 uplifting trance. Like, it's great. It's got all the ingredients for that kind of trance track with the big arpeggios and the pads and the choirs, and I think it's a great track.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Like, the only thing I would say is, like, similar to the track before, you can definitely add another sort of 16 bars of mixer at the end.
Yeah.
Sort of just drums, basically, would make it a bit more DJ friendly to mix out. So it's also a little bit on the short side at the moment, so you get room for another 16 bars of just drums at the end. But otherwise, fantastic work.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Just to quickly say, after sort of this session, after Mike's feedback, you guys sort of got another week and a half just to make any changes. And in the last session next week, we'll listen through to the sort of the finished track. So
Looking forward to it.
Extremely valuable. Thank you very much, Mike. So cool. Let's head over to the next track now, and this is Jonathan's track, the Velez track. I'm finding it very difficult to know where to play from, so I'll just go from here. Here we go. Heaviness for a, for a Wednesday afternoon.
That's a big fat dirty bass line. Huh?
Sure is.
No, absolutely love this one. It's a really, really strong track. Like, I really believe that one is going to do well. I can think of many DJs who would play this. I would definitely play that in my sets, my radio show. It's like really current, kind of obviously more like a progressive house track rather than trance, but I play that kind of stuff a lot too. So I think fantastic track. What did you use for the bass line actually?
For the bass line, it has two massives and one low lead of silent. But I wanna change the whole bass line. I personally just
I guess I personally like the melody, but I will. Well, I have a week and a half to think about it. The final result.
Oh, you can't change it.
Don't
Mike's just
change
said
it
that's,
too
that's
much.
the thing he loves about it.
Yeah, don't change it too much anymore. That sounds really, really good. Really good.
Thanks.
Maybe just do another track with a different bass line.
Thanks.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Mike. Okay,
Thanks,
so
Mike.
we've just got one left. And actually, I've been hassling the guys to send the full-length versions, and I got this kind of, I think, midnight last night or something. This was the last thing. I know you guys have been working on this,
Right.
Deborah and Edwan. So let's give this a play. Had to play that rise up there. It's great.
Yeah, well done, guys.
It's an intense programming. Great.
Now, I think in this track the bass line did actually change. I think I had an earlier version with a different bass line. Is it possible?
Yeah, that's true. On the preview on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I prefer this one actually. I thought there was something a bit awkward with the timing in the first bass line that you had. I think it was like a swing thing, but this one is really tight now and really strong. So it's another great track. I think all you guys, you did really well. Like I love all the tracks, and this one is no exception. I think it's got that kind of bass line that you want to hear in the club, and a big riff with the tape stops and no, good work.
We actually have a meeting tonight about shooting a video clip for the track. We're really excited about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, well done.
Okay. So you've got like your radio edit too, yeah?
Yes.
And then you do the video to that one. Okay. So Mada usually want a radio edit for every release.
I was going to ask you, Mike, about that actually. Do you always sort of automatically do a radio edit of all your tracks?
Not always. With my Armada releases, I had a couple out on Armada last year. I did radio edits. So, that's something around sort of 3.5 minutes. But otherwise, no. For example, on my Intuitive Beats releases, I don't think there were any radio edits, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's handy to have one. If it often takes just sort of like a few hours, and you can sort of just tighten up the arrangement. For example, in the radio edit, you would sort of progress in steps of 4 bars rather than 8 bars.
Yeah.
And then you sort of literally sort of make it half as long that way.
Yeah.
You sort of shorten the breakdown a bit, and you don't need a long mix in and mix out, obviously, for a radio edit either.
Yeah.
So it should be quite quick.
Fantastic. I quite like doing radio edits where you're just using the mix down, the waveform, rather than actually kind of doing it within the DAW.
Actually editing the 12-inch. Okay.
Yeah. Actually getting tape out and cutting it with a razor blade. That's the way to go. Well, thanks a lot, Mike. It's been fantastic. Fantastic to get your assessments of the tracks, and
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm sure the guys, have really appreciated it. And
good luck.
Yeah. Like I said,
to the finished releases.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And you've got got a chance now to kind of go back on the tracks if there are any little kind of bits you want to change or add or whatever from your advice. Then you've got a week or so to do it. So thank you very much.
I think as well there are so many of those tracks that for me seem like there's quite a lot of crossover appeal. So getting a radio edit done is going to be a big part of it for lots of those tracks.
Yeah.
I just have a question for Mike. Yes, what do you think about our bass line? Just to know.
the new bass line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Really good. Sounds like you've used Massive for that one too.
Actually, it was silent. I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of slightly distorted kind of rough sound that works really well in clubs. So good work.
Okay, thanks.
Fantastic. Okay, Mike. Well, thank you very much again, and we'll hopefully see you again very soon.
Yes.
Thanks, Mike. That was great.
Brilliant.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
See you guys.
So, what we've been doing today is giving live feedback, DVR, which is a big feature of the online courses we teach at Point Blank. If you like what you see, you should take a look at the full-length electronic music composition course on our website at www.pointblankonline.net/electronic-music-composition. And I'm going to show you that now, show you some pages. This is the course that the winners have been taking. Here we go. So let's just go over to the first lesson here. This is one is keys, chords and arpeggios. We've pretty much in this electronic, the academy, we've been following the same kind of structure as this EMC course. So we're actually in week 3 at the moment, and you can see here we've got some rhythm practice, working with a vocal sample, with an a cappella. We go into playing chords rhythmically. Here we go. I sort of got some examples. Really wanted to play this track. It's such an epic tune. Actually,
it's one of my favourites.
In one of the videos, I actually break down the chords for this track. So we have lots of kind of audio examples and then videos as well. Kind of similar to the kind of deep instructions.
So we're going to have a look at some other rhythmic ideas.
Here we go. That's actually me talking on a video. There we go. But you get an idea anyway. And in the last week, we get into kind of track building and arranging and adding parts, which is what we're going to be covering next week. So. So yeah, there you go.
And also it's worth knowing, all of you guys watching the Academy at home, you are entitled to an exclusive discount code which applies to the EMC course and the trance course, which has been developed by Mike. So for the EMC course and the trance course, just sign up entering the code AEM002 and you can claim your 10% off. So yeah, that's it, another session. A massive thanks to Mike Koglin and of course to Ski and of course to the 7 winners as well. It's been a pretty amazing week and we still got lots coming up. Starting tomorrow with a very special guest spot from Max Graham, that's at 3 p.m. UK time. With a career spanning decades, Max Graham is a true dance music legend. His DJ sets have their roots in classic house, but he's not afraid of mixing up styles and genres and always delivers a very unique set. As a producer, he's had chart success in the UK and around the world and has remixed huge artists like Tiesto, Steve Angelo, Armin van Buuren and Ferry Corsten. With chart and underground success and 25 years experience in the industry, he'll no doubt have unmissable advice for both our finalists and our YouTube audience. So make sure you're tuned in tomorrow at 3 p.m. UK time. And that's it for us today. We'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget that on Friday, we have the vocal session live and direct at 3 p.m. with singer Viv May in the studio, laying down vocals in the public glare of the internet. It's going to be a big one. And that's it from us. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.